Welcome, I'm Michael Mike, and on today, I'll be using Waves SSL Console on this beat right here. Okay, enough of that. Now, let's go dive in. Okay, first of all, this is your filter right here. This is your splitters. Right here is your highs. Here's the bell. Right here is your high mids. Right here is your low mids. This right here, this is for if you want to bypass the EQ, if you like to compress first, then EQ, me myself, I EQ, and then compress first. That's the same thing with both these buttons here, okay? Either with these, you can EQ first, compress last, or compress first and EQ last, okay? Now, this is your low mids, this is your bass, your subs, this is your bell. Right here, this is your compressor, this is your ratio, this is your threshold, and this is your release. Right here is your fast attack, okay? Right here, you have your expander gate, okay? When you turn that button off, you can expand it with this. When you turn this on, it also, now you can gate what you expanded. Here's the release of it. And here's your fast attack, okay? Now, going back to the compressor, how you know it's working when you move this threshold knob, this is what this is for. This will light up yellow to let you know that it's working, okay? For this gate section, this light will light up green for the gate, okay? Now, as I explained, you can bypass the compressor first, let the EQ first, or that's what these vice versa buttons are. Okay, right here, this is your analog button, meaning that you can turn it off for the digital sound, or you can leave it on for the sound of the SSL console. Okay, now this right here is for phase issues. Now, right here, this is your input for the level that is coming in for your measurement. If it's too loud, you turn it this way to turn it off, rather down. If it's too soft, you go this way to make it back louder. Okay? Now, okay, and when you go here, this is for your output. This is to bring it too low, bring it up. If it's too high, turn it down. Okay? Now, with this console here, I got this beat here. Now, we see how this beat sounds right now. All producers must learn to work on an SSL channel. That's just mandatory. All right, let's take it for a spin on this beat. We'll just start with the kick, and I'll show you how dialing in can make it sound just so much better and richer. So we'll pull up the SSL channel, and I'll do a detach so it'll stay here. It's already done. All right, let's hear it. Okay, I'm gonna start to dial in. Okay, that's the tap of it. Now I'm gonna do a sweep. Okay, next I'm gonna go over here to the thump of the kick. Okay, and I'm gonna add some mid to it. Okay, now right here, I'm gonna pull this to about 50. Okay, I'm gonna add a little thump to the kick. All right, now to the compressor, to the one, a little bit over. Now, how you know? Because that light is coming on. See what I told you? All right, I'm gonna leave it the way it is. I wanna give it a little expansion. Okay. Now, I also want to use the gate. Okay, let me turn it up now. It subs is the gate. This knob sub. They have two different uses when you use this button. So now there's a kick in the gate. Okay, now right here I have to set the release quick, and I want that because I want it to just come in and out. Okay, I like the way it is. I hit this button because I want the EQ first, then use the compressor. All right, now I'm going to check the input level. Okay, I'm getting a good bass level. Let me look at the output level. Okay, it's a little short, so let me bring it back to where it's supposed to be. Okay, there it goes. Okay, if I wanted to thicken it up a little more, I could cut in 1176 if I wanted to, and then sound like that. But let's stick back with the console. Now we're gonna go to the sub bass. Okay. Now I'm gonna come in here, push this to about 9, give it a bell. Okay, I'm gonna do a sweep. Okay, now I'm gonna give it some mids. I want this about, yep, about right there. Give it some body. Okay, pull up. Now I'm gonna drop these lows and a little sub. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to the first one. No, let me see. Okay. Now let me see with that kick. Yeah, you good. Okay. Now I'm gonna go this threshold. I want a fast attack. Now you know it's working. The yellow light cut on. Okay. I'll make you the wide one. Okay, now turn the gate off. I want a little wideness on the sub. I want it a little bit wide. Okay. Now I want a little gate with it. Okay. I'm shaping the sound. It's analog. I'm leaving this on. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to come to the input. Okay. Input is low. Okay. Now, turn down the output. Now I'm going to have to do this again because I did this backwards. Okay. Let me go right in here, at least this part. Okay, that's coming in. This output is too rich. Now I know what's going on. Let me cut this off. Okay, let me check the input again. Okay, we're compressing too hard. Okay. Now let me check the input. We good. Let me check the output. Okay, we need to come down some. Okay. Now let's listen. Okay, now them two. I'll go to the claps. Same thing. Okay. Dial in some highs. Okay, do a sweep. Okay. I'm watching two monitors. Let's see. Next, I'm gonna cut the clap about 200. I'm gonna give it some body, which is low mids. Give it a little tasty taste to it. Also, I'm gonna do the same thing. Pull this up to about 200. I'll just give it a shot of bass to make it sound more thicker. Come up from 2, almost 3. Okay, let me turn the threshold until the light come on. All right, that's cool. Now, I want the clap to kind of stick out, so I want that there. I want to expand it. I want a little bit wide. Okay. Now I want to hit it with the kick. Okay. We could make it just a little bit wider. Okay. Now, I want a gate. I'm moving the gate, actually. Let me widen. All right, now let me listen to it widen. Okay, that's cool. And now let me gate it. Okay, let me make it fast, release, fast attack. Okay, turn on those face button. Let me hear this. Okay, now let me check its level. It's too loud. Okay, let me check the input. Okay, output, you're too loud. Okay. Now, okay, we're good. Next, we're gonna deal with hi-hats. I must come all the way up. Sorry if this gets to your ears a little, but this has to be did. All right, I'm gonna do it fast. Okay, bring this up to 2. All right, now a little compression. Okay, bring you up. Okay, do your fast attack, which is about right here because I want you to stand out. Now I want to turn the gate off. You a little, not a lot, but I want the gate, a little too much compression. We cut back. Okay, now I want the gate. Okay, now let me check it. It's a little too loud. Let me bring this down. Okay. Now let's see what the beat. Okay, it's pretty cool. Last but least, your ears. Got to cut it up in order for me to do this. Okay, I'm gonna use the SSL. Let me see it dial in. Okay. Okay, let me go right over here. Cut you at 100. Do your little body. Not too much. Okay. We're gonna pull this up. Do a detach. So to stay right here. Let me get to the lows. Put this at 100. Take a little off. Okay. Add polarity. Let's go up here and deal with a threshold. Make this a fast attack. Quick release. Okay, we're good. Now, take the gate off. Expand. Okay. Okay. Now let me check the levels. Let me check the input. Let me come down on the volume. Let me increase the input. Okay. Now let's look at the output. I'll give you some gain. Okay. Let's hear the beat. Let me mix the beat in mono. Starting with the kick. All right, now let's hear the beat in full stereo. Okay, if I just wanted to do a little, like I say, on my beat tutorials, I always give a little extra. So right here, I have a parallel compression knob. So what I want to do is do some dial in, and I'm going to turn them all off right here. And I'll be doing a tape on parallel compression because when you use it, it thickens up your beat. So I'm just going to do a little thickening to it. Let me see, this one hasn't been routed. Okay, how you route it, you come up here. Now let me turn it down. Now let me start with just the kick. Now I'm gonna dial in the parallel compression. My video on it, go to it. Okay, I'm gonna copy these. Then I'm gonna come here and I'm just gonna paste them to all the other ones. Now the hats. Last but not least, sound like it needs another remix. It does. Makes it mono. Now, let me play it in stereo. Little panning. I'll do another series on that and everything else. This is Michael Mike. All right, for all producers, you must learn on the SSL board. This has been the Waves channel. I think it sounds very good. Also, they have Chris Alges on there. I got a tutorial video coming out on that too, and how you know you must hit the subscribe and the notification button. Therefore, you'll know when my next video on that is coming up. I'm uploading videos daily. Okay, so to you producers, okay, um, this is a must. You know what I mean? You can make your beats a lot much better. People just think because they listen and they hear, you know, the beats that comes regular out of there, that's what, you know, that's the most that you can get. But actually, you can get a lot more. Engineering for rapper, you have to be more than just a rapper. If you rap and a producer don't know his keys and his stuff like that, but then he can mess your record deal off. You as a producer, you're supposed to be tight. Okay, you got to be more than a producer. You got to be an engineer. That I did with the SSL moving in button, that's engineering. All right. So this is Michael Mike. I hope this has been very useful. This plugins at Waves.com. Go get it. Rush it. All right. I'm out with this beat.